And many times the Prophet ﷺ would describe qualities of people, and then he will say, because of that, they deserve to be in heaven. But here he kind of categorized three major matters, and he said heaven with these three categories is meant to be for these type of people, which means the focus is on the concept more than the individual. And he said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, kullu dhi sultanin ya'muru bil qist wa yatasaddaq. Anyone with power, but he acts on justice. And then he said, وَرَجُلٌ رَحِيمٌ. The concept of a man who has rahmah in his heart on his family and friends. وَرَجُلٌ فَقِيرٌ مُتَعَفِّفٌ. And a person who is poor, but he does not beg people. And you could see that this hadith puts three things in perspective: justice, mercy, and to drop dunya from your heart. Yani not to be a slave for this dunya. And these concepts, it doesn't have to be the sultan we think only of a king or a president. You are sultan in your house. The mother, the wife is a sultan. وَكُلُّ رَعِيَّةٍ مَسْئُولَةٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهَا. At your work, at your job. So you are to deal and act with people in fairness and in justice, whatever status you're in. If you are a teacher at a school, if you are a supervisor at a job, if you are in charge of a team of soccer or basketball, whatever, sports. Justice is a concept. The second concept, a person with rahmah in his heart. Because without rahmah, and there's another hadith that supports this, the Prophet ﷺ said, you are not believers until you practice rahmah. They said, we all practice rahmah, Ya Rasulullah. He said, not to your family and friends, I mean, but the rahmah for public. The rahmah that when you have problem with public people, you don't react in an aggressive way. Yesterday I was trying to make a right turn on 87 in Harlem. And a guy just pulled out from the Walgreens parking lot. He didn't even look. And I'm looking for him, Tala. He just, and I had to stop, and I honked my horn. And he just stopped in front of me and looked at me, and as if I am the, ما أنت قاطع قدامي الله يهلكك يا البعيد. And when he passed, it seems he gave me a finger or something. My son told me, Baba, look what he did. He gave you, I said, even if he gave me all his toes, he could do whatever he wants. If everyone wants to do an act of evil, you have to reply back. You always throw a solution to a problem. You don't throw a problem to a problem. Then you have two problems. If there's a problem, and you deal with it with a problem, then you have two problems. But if there's a problem and you deal with it in a solution, then there's a chance things might matter. The base of this reaction is rahmah. Yani why would you rahmah for yourself and rahmah for him too, if you want to save him not to go into more activity. And the last thing, tastaghni, that you don't, even if you know, لا يسألون الناس إلحافا, even if you are in desperate conditions, you don't go and ask people for things. Unfortunately, there are people, yani they don't care. A joke, let's finish since we are smiling with a joke. One person, he was the son of a big shot. Abu Za'im, Allah God knows, Wazir. So he came to ask the hand of this very humble person, Sheikh, tawada, very poor. And that guy just liked his daughter. He just wants this daughter. And because of his position, he thinks he should get it. خلاص أنا ابن فلان, I have money. So the father had a very weird request, but he had an intention behind that. He said, if I see you for 3 Jum'ahs begging people for money in front of the masjid, you come on the last Friday and you ask for my daughter's hand in the evening. Ya Sheikh, ana Abi Fulan, my father is this, I am rich, I am. That's my. But بيكسر مناخيره يعني. He wants to, and he put him down on his arrogance. The guy, خلاص, wants this girl. He said, okay. He went and, like put some things on his face, trying to hide himself. First Jum'ah, the father passed, put some money in his hand, and he said, okay, that's one. The second Jum'ah. The third Jum'ah, he told him, come tonight. Ahlan wa sahlan. The evening come and the guy didn't show up. Time passed. 2 years later, the sheikh traveling to another state or place, he find him begging in another masjid. He said, what's up? He said, man, you showed me a way to make money that I have never thought of. There are people who are in the professional business of begging that fishy haya. Yani, I don't want to mention, but back when I was in Harlem and now, you see people coming to get zakah vouchers. Wallah, I can't afford the cars they're driving in. Yani بيجوا Mercedeses, وبيجوا Hummers, what the heck? And we're not here to check people's records, but if you can live without even asking your son to get you something from the kitchen, live that free. Even your son or your wife. The less you ask people things,